Hello everyone and welcome back to the Random Fandom. I'm your host, Ravenwood, and welcome back to the Transformers collection. And here is Arcee. This is the first time, or maybe not the first time, this is one of the times I've noticed that, oh, excuse me. Now this is one of the times I've noticed that, I've decided to make the thumbnail before making the video. And I don't know why. Well, technically, I made a video and then I scrapped the video because it didn't look good. It didn't look right or whatever. But this is Transformers the movie Arcee, the better Arcee that I keep on talking about. And now, voila, she's here. I can now finally make the Studio 86 Arcee video. And so yeah, there's Mr. Pig. There's not the original. There's the either Kingdom or Phylum. Sorry, either the Kingdom or the Earthrise vehicle mode of Arcee. Basically the War for Cybertron not trilogy, the main line or whatever, main line or whatever, the generation storyline Arcee. This one right here. This one is the Studio Series 86 one. Here she is, and here's Mr. Pig. Mr. Pig is not a Transformer, so he needs to go. Boy, making the thumbnail was not easy. Several, just several. It may not be the final image because I'm not 100% done with it. But there's just several pictures having to be retaken because she technically has this like ab crunch or whatever. Not really an ab crunch, but like for some reason I can't. She does not want to. The chest here does not want to stay put. Nor does the everything, the structure here, the chest does not want to connect with like the waist and everything else here. It's not necessarily a great figure in my opinion, but it's better in the sense of transformation. But however, if you can kind of squint, she has like this ab crunch, I guess. Or not ab crunch. I guess she could just move her waist around, be technically shorter, or just basically for posability. I don't think this was a intended design or intended feature or whatever, but you can basically move around. The problem here that I have is that she's just hard to pose. Not well. I want to say she's difficult to pose, but like she's hard to pose, but not difficult. Oh, sorry, not difficult to pose. Or at least with my experiences. Yeah, she it's mostly the balancing issue with like the backpack. And she just looks great. She looks fantastic. Probably the most posable character that I have. Here's what Arcee looks like, by the way. For this thing, this thing. This thing. But yeah. This is a lot easier to, not a lot easier. Well, yeah, actually no, it is a lot easier to transform in its own sense. A lot easier to transform. It at least transforms. That's the credit for that thing. That's where the given thing is here. She at least transforms. This one transforms as well, but the problem is fans had to make up instructions to accommodate for the limbs and whatnot, so it just looks weird. So if anything, she's just posing in a weird formation, and the rest of the vehicle is just kind of sort of a shell, kind of just like just that. Don't get me wrong, this is exactly how I picture like Transformers technically would ought to be, or how they would technically work, function, or so I don't know. Like, imagine Optimus Prime as a shell former, I guess. Or whatever, I don't know. Well, anyways, I may or may not keep this, or I don't know. May give it to like a a neighbor's kid or something. Anyways, without further ado, more of, well, Arcee can move her head and whatnot, yeah. She can move her arms. I have to be careful with this arm. It can break or pop off, so I have to be gentle. Here's the gun. Oh, let me. Here's the gun, the weapon. Also, a close-up bump from my hand. Let me see. Here's the gun. Pew pew. Right. We'll set that aside. And in comparison, well, I'm not going to take the gun off, I guess. There's the old gun. Or the other gun for the other Arcee. I might just keep... Well, no, that wouldn't be fair if I give away the vehicle and keep the gun to Arcee. Anyways, so what I want to do in order to transform is to have her laid out as such. Part of her transformation is to make sure that Mr. Pig is also watching. He wants to watch. Now, so first step, push head down like that, and then kind of just grab the chest and pull everything up to where you get like a nice weird, like kind of weird body horror going on here. I don't know, that's with all the Transformers, I guess, body horror in order to transform. Rotate the head back like this, and then just gently push the head forward a little bit like that, and then just tuck it in. Well, make sure it's nice, tuck in, and basically push with your, oh sorry Mr. Pig, push with your thumb or finger to where this part lines up with that. It does not want to snap. Snap, please. Thank you. Alright, so that part snaps in place, so it looks like this. You may want to just adjust it just to make sure everything's nice. Now, this part's a bit weird, but we have to take her hands, raise them up just a bit. They don't necessarily need to be 90 degrees, they just need to be up, and then you just tuck it in. Oh, if I could stop moving. Just slide and tuck the end of the hand into here. It needs to pop into here, so you have to bend the elbow back down. Just gently push it into place. What will help, whoops, okay, let's what would help okay, now the hand can't be removed. Yippee! Because something got stuck in the way. Okay, there we go. Just gently wiggle it out. You want to push the elbow back. Kind of just push it in gently. Okay, let's see. Here, yeah, push it in. It's taking me a bit longer than I thought to record this part. Oh yeah, push it in gently and then just kind of just make sure that the hand is kind of just flat in there. And you just want to make sure you push as strong as you can with the thumb to get the elbow to go down. Same with the other hand, and let me just try to be quick with this one because, and also delicate because this one is kind of broken. They could have taken a less hands-on approach with this figure. Huh? Sorry. Please don't kill me. Okay. The idea is to gently get it to where the arms are in. It's just not wanting to cooperate at all. Push there. Okay, so essentially it needs to look like that. Just gotta squish it, just make sure it's nice and tucked in there. The hand does not want to, the thumb and the hand does not want to cooperate. There we go. Okay, so anyways, the thumbs need to be facing that way on both sides. Well, done. Now, what we need to do, stretch it out as far as you can, and then grab this part and just grab this part and this part, and then just gently, if the legs will cooperate, rotate it around that way. Now flip the vehicle this way to where the legs, you grab, push, and lay it down. Well, it needs to kind of hover like that, but for right now, let's just lay it down flat. Now, let's see. This part, you want to grab these parts, the pink tab here and pink tab here. You just want to gently push till you hear a snap on both sides. Flip it this way. Yeah, you flip it this way, sorry. To where you can now see this piece right here needs to go. Let's try rotating it up a bit. Let's push it. Well, this is not being helpful. Okay, gotta push this piece on. Well, we could lift this up a bit. Lift it up a bit to where this piece folds up. It's a little bit hard to move around, but it works. Anyways, they want to open it up anyways, so just gently open it out. or just, no, I think just open it up. Yeah, open it up all the way like that. My bad, sorry. Flip the instructions over. Then you want to, if things can cooperate, you want to take the flaps here that are by the wheels and open them on both ends like that. Push it back a bit to where it's 90 degrees or roughly, or just angle it just like that, I guess. And then open the flaps all the way to where they are open like that. And then you take the, yeah, that's right, okay. Then you take the thing and then just gently push it down and rotate it to where on this side, right, you just flip it up, flip it up. Now they're supposed to kind of sort of snap into place, sort of. If you raise it up just enough, you see this, the gap in the rectangle gap in her shoulder. There's a, if I could just show it to you. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, there's a, it's pink. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there's a slot right there that goes into it. So that's why you gotta make sure that the arms are as flat as possible. I say that. They don't necessarily have to go into it per se. You just gotta push them into a push as best as you can into it. Maybe just rotate the shoulder by pushing it against the, with your thumb, just kind of push the shoulder. I'm doing the best I can here, folks. Push the shoulder with your thumb and put it into place. It's kind of like a puzzle piece almost. Do so on the other end, kind of connect it. But also make sure that the flap of the door, I guess, is tucked in nicely on that side. So it should look like this on both sides. So already it's kind of like the shelf warmer in a sense. Already it's kind of like the shelf warmer. But at least it transforms. And that is also in just one piece. Now, that was kind of the difficult part. Okay. Now, what you want to do now is, well, if gravity's already done it for you, is have it to where the legs are out. Just from here to there. All you have to do. You then want to take the legs here and here, and then rotate it to where the knee pads are facing outwards. So you will rotate both of the legs to where the knees are facing, the knee pads are facing out. Well, the toes are facing this way, the knee pads are facing that way. I think when I initially did this, I did not get it right. And then just close the feet together like this, to where now the heels will be important here in a second. You want to take the tire. Oh, also here's another thing. You want to push this piece all the way in there. Push it all the way in. So that way, once that's pushed in, you can, I guess, put your thumb just right here, just in there, and just put, well, no, you can't. Never mind. Gently grab here, I guess, and just push down. And then push down and then make sure that this, it's hard to explain. Push this piece to where it's like this, but then keep the legs steadily going downwards. Yeah, see, it has to look like that from that perspective there. Also, something fell. Oh, the back piece fell. Put this back in there. And then, but with the heels, you see the heels? They're supposed to go into this white box here. So you just gently, or is it, yeah, is it the white box? Yeah, let me just mess with it for a bit. Push gently. Yeah, they are supposed to line up. There we go. Just gently fit. And if you just kind of just make sure the feet are together and just slide it in into that hole or into the box. Slide the heels into the box right there. It should just easily yeah, wow, hold on. Last time when I did this, it didn't cooperate, but now it cooperated. So the previous time when I made this video, which is you're not gonna see it because I already deleted it. When I previously recorded this video, it did not want to cooperate, but here it now did, and so there you go. Whew, well, there is Arcee. Oh, and for the gun, don't forget, you want to take the handle for storage, just for storage. You don't necessarily have to do this. There's a slot right, there's a square hole right there. You just put the handle in. And you just, it doesn't exactly fit perfectly. Hold on, let me get this letter opener because this piece does not want to stay put. Stay put. Thank you. Okay. You just place it in there. Oh, sometimes the feet will pop out if you try to put the gun in. It will go in at an angle if you want it nice. If you want it to make sure it doesn't fall out. But the idea is that you put the gun in there. Just kind of to ensure that it won't fall out. You know, oh, shake, shake. Anyways. But, however, likewise, it can roll. Like all the Autobots should. Go back and forth. It's a nice, let's see. It's a little bit louder when it rolls. This one, come on. Yeah, this one's a bit louder when it rolls on the wheels. Probably. Oh, let's compare. You're not going to be able to see this, but we'll roll the old Arcee on wood. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, it depends. This one's technically louder sometimes, and this one's sometimes louder. There's no competition. They're both great. They're both Arcees. I personally think this one's better than this one. This one kind of has more of a space vibe to it, while this one has more of a future car to it, and it's also trying to aim for more for the accuracy of the film. But overall, I guess I like the shape of this one, but at the same time I like the shape the shape of this one. This one I like the accuracy of the colors, but overall, I like how clean, I guess, this one appears because of the transformation, and whatnot. But at the same time, I like this one because the you could transform it. That's just it. You can transform it, and voila. Well, anyway, I've got to go. And that's all it for this episode. See y'all soon in the next one. Bye bye.